While you were away, Beyoncé dropped a massive album without telling anyone.
That's right, and the Grammys were totally outrageous.
We're counting down the very best of 2013 and everything you've missed since last season.
So stay tuned for these stories and more on Video Underground. Hey guys, I'm Chaden.
And I'm Omani.
2013 was a huge year for music. We'll be counting down the top 5 albums of 2013.
Drake takes the number 5 slot with his third studio album, Nothing Was the Same. The single Started from the Bottom was a huge success. This album definitely proved that the rising star has shared his wheelchaired image from his Degrassi days on Canadian TV.
From the opposite corner of the world, 16-year-old Lorde pushed her new album Pure Heroine to the top of pop. And she reaped all the benefits, coming in at number 4. The biggest winners at the Grammys this year were the French electronic duo Daft Punk. The pair performed live with Stevie Wonder, Nile Rodgers, and Pharrell Williams, and took home 5 Grammys. Daft Punk released their Grammy Award-winning album, Random Access Memories, last May. Their album was number 1 in 20 countries and was met with many positive reviews. The Robots also managed to snag Grammys for Best Dance Electronica, Best Engineered Album, and their hit single Get Lucky also won Record of the Year, as well as Best Pop Duo Group Performance,
including the Best Rap Album category for their album, The Heist. This made the Seattle rapper a little uneasy, so he sent a text message to Kendrick. Macklemore then posted the text message on Instagram. It basically said, "You got robbed, man." The duo was awarded Best New Artist, even though Macklemore has been performing since the 2000s. Their domination continued with their hit song, Thrift Shop, won both Best Rap Song and Best Rap Performance.
Speaking of Seattle boys, as the 56th Grammys were coming to a close, Dave Grohl was playing along with Queens of the Stone Age and Nine Inch Nails when CBS cut to some of its sponsors in the middle of the program. After the show, Trent Reznor, the frontman for Nine Inch Nails, sent a tweet that said, "Music's biggest night, to be disrespected. A heartfelt F you guys." The Grammys blocked the video on copyright grounds.
Our very own Tegan went to the Cub earlier this week to get some of your input.
That's right. I asked some of you guys about the Grammys and the Super Bowl halftime show. Plus, some of you shared your favorite albums and songs of 2013. Take a look. Who do you think should perform at next year's Super Bowl?
That's a good question. I mean, probably who I wouldn't see is what America wouldn't want to see, but probably just someone new, someone we haven't seen before. We always have the classic rock bands and the Beyoncés and stuff. I don't know, I'd like to see just a big concert, like something they did with the Justin Timberlake scandal. They mixed in a lot of artists, throwing Usher, throwing, 2 Chainz, throwing Juicy, throwing Katy Perry. I love Kelly Clarkson, so she can come too.
You a huge football fan?
Yeah, go Hawks, definitely all the way.
So the Super Bowl's coming up. Are you a huge football fan?
I wouldn't say like I'm a huge football fan, but of course I'm like super excited that the Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. I remember the last time they went to the Super Bowl, they kind of got, it got stolen from them kind of. And I'm excited to see Bruno Mars perform too, just because I really like him and he's a good performer.
So last year Beyonce did the halftime show, and now Bruno Mars is doing the halftime show. What are your thoughts on that, from going from Beyonce to Bruno Mars?
I think that's fine. Beyonce is definitely a A-list celebrity and has, deserves to be in the Super Bowl. But Bruno Mars is right up there with him. I'm a big Bruno Mars fan as well, so I think he's going to do great at the Super Bowl. I think he's also bringing somebody with him, or somebody's performing with him that I really like too. I can't remember, so it should be good.
Are you stoked about Bruno Mars performing halftime at the halftime show?
Bruno Mars isn't a bad guy. I mean, I don't know, I'm not like in love with him, but I guess, yeah, excited to watch him.
What is your favorite song by him?
Well, I really liked Locked Out of Heaven, but I also really like Gorilla, just because it's like really like hot and sexy. But and I've heard him I've seen him like perform, not in person, but like on TV and stuff, and it was like a really good performance. So like I'm just excited to see how he'll do it again.
Are you a hot Red Chili Peppers fan at all?
I am very much a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I listen to them all the time, so that'll be cool to see how they collaborate and everything during the performance.
You were telling me you watched the Grammys.
I did, yes.
What was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was the performance with Dave Grohl and Paul McCartney when they played their, I can't even remember what song they played, but when their performance, that was pretty much my favorite part.
Did Macklemore deserve to win, or should Kendrick Lamar have won?
I think, I mean, a lot of people talk about the Grammys as being very political, and I mean, a lot of award ceremonies is people not winning it who might just because of something they've done, that culture sees as they deserve it because that's, morally right. Personally, I do think Kendrick's album was better, but does that take away from anything Macklemore has done? No, and I think that if that's what they decide, that's, he deserves to win it just as much as Kendrick does.
I don't think there should be any controversy. I think Macklemore's a great artist. I love him. I don't see who can't love him. So I think he definitely deserves Best Artist or Best New Album.
Did you think Kendrick Lamar should have won, or do you think Macklemore was the right person?
I think Macklemore was the right person, like I said. I'm not a big fan of Kendrick Lamar. I haven't really listened to much of his music, and being from Washington, Macklemore all the way. So.
What did you think of Beyonce's Secret album? I mean, she's the first person to ever do this, so what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's kind of, since she's so established, it was a good idea for her, and I think it's kind of like, just adding more to her record and more, making her bigger than she already is, so.
Okay, so 2013 was a huge year for music. Lots of different new artists coming out, just a lot of different sounds and everything. So tell me, what was your favorite album or song of 2013?
I personally really love Kendrick Lamar's album. Personally being here at Wazoo, there's a lot of EDM that came out that was really cool. I'm a big fan of Kendrick and Juicy J, he's coming here this weekend. I like all their songs. I think the song that him and Katy Perry did was a really cool song. It was a new sound that a lot of people haven't heard. They mixed a lot of different styles together, and so those are just some key, songs and albums I like this year.
One of my favorite songs from the radio specifically would have to be Sweater Weather by Neighborhood, because I like how more and more recently kind of more alternative, slower music is getting popular again. I think it kind of started with Godier, but I think it's been getting music back to where I think it should be.
I'd have to say Katy Perry. I really liked her song Dark Horses and Roar. I don't know, they're pretty catchy, kind of get stuck in my head a lot, so.
Oh my goodness, okay, so I think everyone can agree that Beyonce's probably taken over a lot. Her new album is really good. Favorite song? I don't know. There's been a lot of good stuff, especially with EDM, like Avicii, so, Wake Me Up or any of those good ones that kind of get you excited and just you never get sick of those kind of songs. So.
My favorite song this year, that's a tough one. I think my favorite song this year was actually one that got awarded at the Grammys was Best Rock Album, which was, I can't even remember the name of the song, but it's the duo that Paul McCartney and Dave Grohl did for his Sound City album. I think that was my favorite.
Are you going to go to JCJ this weekend?
I'm not sure yet. I'm in the process of buying a ticket from somebody that I know, but we'll see. But hopefully I can.
I am not. I was putting up posters for it, but I had never actually heard of him until I was putting up posters before, and so I'm a little surprised by how popular he is because I had never heard of him. But
Super Bowl 48's halftime show can be summed up in one word: electrifying. Bruno Mars with his band The Hooligans take the stage and ran away with the show. Mars kicked things off with a solo drum intro and then joined his band for his hit single Locked Out of Heaven. Then moved into his retro-laden song Treasure.
Special guests, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, were brought out and performed Give It Away. Bruno Mars backed up the vocals for the Peppers frontman Anthony Kiedis.
Hey guys, I'm Jeremy. Our featured artist today is a band that is based out of Moscow, Idaho. We went out and hung out with them for a couple of days and really got to see how much work they put into their music. They have such an awesome vibe and passion for making great music. I give you Runaway Symphony.
Yeah, so Jason is the drummer. He keeps so much life in our band. I think musically he drives the songs. obviously being in the rhythm section, but also just dynamically when we're in a van or whatever, he's always really upbeat, always super positive, even when we're all hungry and we want to like tear each other's heads off.
He's just a real great comedian on the side. He is super good at drums, and he loves music, and he's super good at it.
AJ is our bass player / tech guy. There's one thing about AJ that everyone will notice immediately, and that's that he has an incredible mustache. But behind that mustache is a guy who works really hard to make our music really good. When we first met him, we knew that he did sound, and so it was just the three of us at this point. It was myself, Jason, and Chris. We had some songs that we wanted tweaked, mixed, and we were like, "Hey AJ, can you mix this?" And we just thought he'd do like an hour mix or something, but he ended up staying up all night, and we hung out, and he mixed this song for us. So that's when we knew that this guy was really passionate about music and about sound, and he made the song sound incredible. So we were like, we should probably hang out with this guy more, because yeah, he definitely brings a lot to the table.
He's been doing it for years. He has a crazy mustache if you've never met him. He's world-renowned, known for that.
Cool. Jaron is our keys / auxiliary guy. We just asked him to be in the band a number of months ago, but since then he's added so much. He's allowed us to actually perform the songs in a way that's really similar to how they're recorded, just with the extra parts and stuff. And he's a great guy. He's also super positive, super encouraging, but he knows a lot about business and stuff. He's taking business in school, and so he's helped us write contracts and stage plots and like the administrative stuff that we don't want to do. Jaron actually likes, which is nice.
Who's super organized, super good at business, the aspect, and just an incredible marketing kind of cool guy just to have, and just very good at advice.
And Chris, he is known as the perfectionist, and he's really detail oriented with our sound and making sure that everything that we miss, he'll pick up and make sure it's done right, and make sure to take all the extra time to make sure everything's perfect, which we like to say is kind of quality control, and making sure that our ideas are fresh and they're polished and refined, because if they're not, we'll end up sounding like everybody else, and that's not a good thing in our eyes. So we're really lucky to have everyone, and we wouldn't be the band we are without him. So. Danny, our singer, I always think to myself, and occasionally I'll say it out loud, that I think he's the best lyricist in the world, and so without him there would be a lot missing from Runaway Symphony, and he's really tasteful in his musical decisions and artistic directions that he takes. And,
we have Danny, he's our lead singer, he's our songwriter. He writes all the words, he brings ideas to us. He's super great at that.
Man, it's been crazy. I know for me personally, I feel like I'm a different person than I was about 3 years ago when we started, and I've seen a lot of growth in the guys in the band as well. Musically, we've grown a ton. We joke that we kind of went through musical puberty after our EP, because we got together and we really just wanted to make music, and so we made an EP that was fun. It was good, but after we released it and performed it on a tour, it was kind of like we were just tired of that sort of music, and I think we all wanted to make music that was more dynamic and that was more suited to our strengths, which are textures and rhythms and lyrics, and so we wanted to make music that made those things stand out. So I think we've grown in that we are making music that suits our taste better and that suits our strengths better.